midday, we are learning more about a Smith County deputy who died yesterday. The sheriff's office tells us yesterday afternoon, 53-year-old Gerald Atchison Jr. was on duty at the main office when collapsed from a medical event. Emergency crews tried to save him using CPR and other techniques, but he did remain unresponsive. The deputy was taken to a hospital where he did later die. The sheriff's office believes Atchison's suffered a massive coronary event. He began his career with the sheriff's office back in 2003, starting as a detention officer in the jail. He graduated from the police academy in 2005, earning his peace officer's license, and was later promoted to the patrol division. During his career, Atchison served as a detention officer, patrol deputy, criminal investigator, telecommunications operator, and most recently a property and evidence technician. Sounds like he did it all. Atchison leaves behind his wife and his son, and the sheriff's office is asking everyone to keep the family and staff in their thoughts and their prayers.